Ariana Grande and her boyfriend Ethan Slater have got to be just as confused as I am right now with what the heck is going on online. These two have gotten so much hate since getting together, and all of a sudden things are kind of turning around in their favor, and I just know that they are like, what the heck is going on? Because honestly, the internet can't even explain itself for this one. This sudden flip is honestly so random, and maybe has something to do with the fact that Wicked is about to come out, and people love Wicked, but people are switching up, and we are going to spill on how we kind of got here, what people are saying, because this is just a crazy situation. It's truly been a wild year for Ariana Grande, with a lot of ups and downs, from people absolutely ripping her apart online to the year ending with a ton of praise with the movie Wicked about to release into theaters. It's really insane to see how everything is unfolded, but as the movie inches closer to its premiere date, fans have seemed to soften to the idea of her and her boyfriend Ethan Slater, which is shocking when you think about how things were just a couple of months ago when she first released her album. All this drama surrounding her and her relationship started last summer when the world found out that Ariana and her husband Dalton had been separated since January and that they were heading towards divorce. They'd been married since 2021, but reports had come out that Dalton was not exactly loving Ariana's famous lifestyle. Since their relationship blossomed during the pandemic, he hadn't really been exposed to her famous lifestyle, and that included tons of travel and paparazzi. Things only got harder for them when she moved to London to film Wicked. But since they kept their relationship extremely private compared to Ariana's other relationships, fans were shocked when the news broke that the two of them were splitting up. Things got even crazier when news broke that Ariana was already seeing someone new, one of her Wicked co-stars, Ethan Slater. When the news broke about this, people were like, oh, this is fake for sure because this guy is married and he just had a baby with his wife. But the news was true, and soon after this came out, articles were updated saying that Ethan and his wife Lily J, who had been married since 2018, had split, and that's apparently when Ethan and Ariana started dating. The internet was absolutely roasting the man. They were looking at photos of him, finding out that he played SpongeBob on Broadway. They were making fun of his looks, saying that he looked like her brother Frankie, and couldn't believe that Ariana would ever be with him. It was also reported that Ariana had hung out with Ethan, his wife, and their baby multiple times before they actually got together, which made fans even more upset for Ethan's wife. It gets worse because Ethan's wife came out to the press to address the situation, saying that she was blindsided by this whole Ariana romance, telling Page Six, "Ariana's the story really, not a girl's girl." Jay exclusively tells Page Six, "My family is just collateral damage." To make things worse, Ethan didn't officially file for divorce from Lily until 1 week after news of him and Ariana had come out. And their whole relationship has been a huge topic of conversation for the last year, following the two whenever they've done press. Ariana spoke out in February to Zach Sang about her upcoming album and talked about how people have made so many assumptions about her and also judged the person that she loves, aka Ethan, and she says that she was not happy at all with the things that people have been saying, feeling like everything was portrayed totally wrong. It was reported that Ariana lost around 350,000 followers on Instagram following the drama surrounding her relationship with Ethan, and tons of people were assuming her to be a homewrecker. But once her album had fully come out, people were looking into the lyrics, feeling like her husband Dalton wasn't this great guy and that he had been with other people, and fans at the time tweeted, "Dalton cheated on Ariana in her own bed and the general public painted her as the bad guy. They truly don't deserve this album." The fact Ariana was getting so much hate on the internet while she was dealing with so much ish we didn't even know of breaks my heart. She deserves the biggest apology. Dalton, count your days. Imagine cheating on Ariana Grande. Dalton Gomez, you will pay for what you did. Eternal Sunshine is amazing. There were some people that were commenting under these tweets at the time saying that two wrongs don't make a right, and if she was being cheated on and then she was with Ethan as he was married, that's still wrong. But I will say Ethan's team has continued to say to the press that him and Ariana were not together until him and his wife had separated from each other, and Ariana and him continue to tell the press that they have gotten it all wrong, what went down and how they got together. She further defended Ethan at the beginning of last month when she told Vanity Fair in an interview, "It definitely doesn't get any easier. Seeing some of the negativity that was birthed by disreputable tabloids," Grande says, "Of course I went through a lot of life changes during the filming of this movie. A lot of people that were working on it did. We were away for 2 years, so of course I understand why it was a field day for the tabloids to sort of create something that paid their bills. The popular narrative," Grande says, "doesn't accurately reflect her in Slater's original story. The most disappointing part was to see so many people believe the worst version of it," she says. "That was definitely a tough ride." She went on to further defend him and his character, and even talked about her own relationship with fame and saying, "There couldn't be a less accurate depiction of a human being than the one that the tabloids spread about him," says Grande. She disputes specific allegations, but tells me she will never go into certain details. Instead, she emphasizes her partner's strength of character. No one on this earth tries harder or spreads themselves thinner to be there for the people that he loves and cares about. There is no one on this earth with a better heart, and that is something that no BS tabloid can rewrite in real life. And Ethan has done some press as well now, speaking out for himself about his relationship with Ariana and having a good support system. And obviously, there's been a lot said about them. In a recent GQ interview, they wrote, "You also fell in love making this movie. I say to him, can you tell me a little bit about what that was like? He says, yeah, he nods. Taking a sip of his water, he laughs, blushing. I too laugh, blushing. That's a really sweet question, he says finally. That's really nice of you to ask. That's a really sweet question. But he continues, composing himself quickly. Obviously, it was a really super big year, he says. And I think there was something that was really difficult about things in your private life being commented on and looked at by the public. There were a lot of big changes in private lives that were really happening, so it's really hard to see people who don't know anything about what's happening commenting on it and speculating, and then getting things wrong about the people you love. So just to address that part of it, that feels really hard." He goes on to praise Ariana and saying that he's proud of her in this role in this film, and goes on to talk more about the industry, saying, "I've got an amazing support system of family and friends who I talk to and confide in. Something he's thankful for in an industry that can be a little tough, that I'm just starting to get a taste of both sides of." But also, again, he points out some of the hard parts that you're talking about are the personal life stuff that everybody in the world goes through. And so I'm really focused on the real people in my life who those things affect, and doing right by every person and not the Twitter people who comment on it. You can hear him being careful, thinking of those real people, the ones who exist outside this moment, like Jay, aka his ex-wife, and the 2-year-old son they're co-parenting. Another part of his life he's weary of addressing today. Being a dad, he says gently, is the best thing in the world. It's been an interesting thing to navigate as a new parent. There's nothing I want to do more than just show you pictures and talk about him because he's the best and the light of my life. But I also want to give him the opportunity to meet the world on his own terms, to meet the world in an analog way and not through my words." And this was sort of the beginning of this Ethan redemption arc, you guys. And it has really confused some people online because as he has done more press for Wicked, people have commented on videos of him on the red carpet or just with Ariana and are changing their minds about him, especially after one video where a fan wanted to give Ariana a bracelet and she was asking Ethan if he would give it to her.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Ethan, can you stop by Big Apple?
Sure.
Is it possible for you to get this to Ari for me?
I think she'll be coming if you want, but I can do that.
Yeah?
Do you want me to?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Pretty please.
Yeah, of
I
course.
would really appreciate that.
Sure. She'll love it. I'm sure she'll love
Can
it.
we take a selfie?
Yeah.
Take on her.
Wait, on your
That's
phone.
fine.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
How's that?
Thank you so much. Looking forward to
People have commented on videos saying, this video just changed my whole opinion of him. He seems so sweet. Ari, I now see what you've been seeing this whole time. Well, I fear I'm conflicted. Wait, Ari, I'm seeing it, queen. Wait, guys, can we huddle for a sec? There was also a video of him at the Jennifer Hudson show where her crew likes to sing to the guests before they walk out and go on stage for the interview. And for some reason, people just love the way that he was right before going out onto the show. And he got some major brownie points from people.
Ethan Slater, the music post for me. Ethan Slater, wicked for me. Ethan Slater, the music post for me. Ethan Slater is wicked for me. Ethan Slater is the music post for me. Ethan Slater is wicked for me.
Thank you all.
Recently, at one of the premieres for Wicked, the two of them were also seen hand in hand walking into the crowd, trying to find their seats. And for some reason, this video went everywhere and people were like, I haven't seen them interact like this. They're actually kind of cute. Fans are truly divided more than ever now, and it's just been wild to see because, like I said a few months ago, fans were completely going at this man, coming for his looks and his character and everything. So it's just crazy to see how quickly the internet can switch up and change their minds about someone, especially when the hate was so brutal at one point. Maybe Blake Lively and J-Lo are somewhere hoping that the same happens for them, but I want to know what you guys think about all of this whole entire switch up. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.